Henyard fired her chief of police late last year without any approval from the village board. So now Robert Collins has filed a lawsuit.
I do not handle anything as relates to with credit cards. As you heard me speak today in my board meeting about, I do not handle that.
Some of those charges are for you, though.
No, sir.
In Dolton, Illinois, the mayor, Tiffany Henyard, is at the center of a shocking scandal that could lead to her downfall. Accused of a $10 million scam, misusing taxpayer money, and making shady appointments, her defiance has left residents furious. Despite facing a restraining order and an eviction notice for unpaid rent, Henyard continues to flaunt her lavish lifestyle. As the FBI investigates her actions, questions arise. Will she escape the consequences of her alleged corruption? Or is her reign nearing an end? Stay tuned as the drama unfolds, revealing more twists and turns in this explosive story. Hey guys, I am Olivia. Welcome to Red Rumbles. Today's story is packed with drama, $10 million scandals, accusations flying, and a mayor whose days in power might be numbered. With court battles and a massive investigation looming, things are about to get explosive. Make sure you don't miss a beat. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you're always up to date with the latest twists in this unfolding saga. Tiffany Henyard didn't always have a target on her back. In fact, when she first ran for office, she was seen as a promising leader for Dolton. A small-town girl with big ambitions, Henyard made waves in her campaign with bold promises, revitalizing the community, improving public safety, and bringing financial stability to the town. Her energy was magnetic, and residents believed she had the vision and charisma to make positive changes. Her slogan as the super mayor stuck early in her term. She projected herself as someone with near unlimited capacity to take on the town's issues, bypassing bureaucracy and using unconventional means to get things done. And for a while, it seemed to be working. She moved quickly, taking matters into her own hands and gaining popularity in the process. Dolton's residents began to think they had found a leader who would fight for their interests and cut through the red tape holding back progress. But power has a way of warping even the noblest of intentions. Over time, Henyard's methods, once praised for their boldness, started to raise eyebrows. Critics began to accuse her of authoritarian tactics, sidelining village trustees, and acting without proper oversight. Still, Henyard continued undeterred, building her empire. Things took a sharp turn when accusations of financial misconduct began to surface. The most shocking of all, the allegation that Tiffany Henyard is entangled in a $10 million financial scandal. Investigators allege that Henyard used her position to funnel large sums of taxpayer money into questionable projects and personal endeavors. According to reports, the funds were moved without proper authorization from the village trustees, who are responsible for approving such expenditures. Henyard, however, seemed to have bypassed this critical step, raising alarm bells. These unauthorized transactions include contracts for village projects and various services that never appeared to benefit Dolton's residents. The most damning part of the case is that much of this money appears to have vanished into thin air, and residents are left asking, where did all the money go? One of the most startling aspects of this scandal is Henyard's blatant disregard for legal boundaries. A Cook County judge issued a restraining order, effectively banning Henyard from making appointments or major decisions without approval from the village trustees. Normally, this would serve as a check on her power. But in a shocking turn of events, Henyard ignored the order entirely. Rather than comply, she continued appointing people to key positions within the government, village manager, attorney, and even the police chief without any input from the trustees. These appointments were carried out in secrecy, with Henyard seemingly acting as though she were above the law. Her defiance of the court has only added fuel to the fire, raising even more questions about her leadership and whether she respects the rule of law. Village trustees have repeatedly voiced their concerns, But Henyard seems determined to maintain control. Her ability to press on with such audacity has left many Dolton residents stunned. What does it say about a leader who flouts court orders and governance protocols? As the legal cases against her pile up, Henyard has maintained a flashy, public-facing image. Expensive trips, high-end parties, and lavish spending have become the norm in her life. But beneath the surface, it appears she hasn't been living up to her own financial responsibilities. In a bizarre twist, Henyard and her boyfriend were recently served with an eviction notice for not paying rent. According to their landlord, they owe more than $3,300 in unpaid rent. Despite the glitzy lifestyle Henyard has been flaunting, she and her boyfriend have allegedly been dodging their rent obligations for months. Adding insult to injury, their landlord claims they've refused to cooperate with mandatory inspections. The contradiction is hard to overlook. While Dolton's mayor appears to be enjoying a life of luxury, she isn't even keeping up with basic responsibilities like rent. Residents and critics alike are wondering, how can a mayor responsible for managing public finances be so reckless with her own? As if Henyard's controversies weren't already enough, former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot was brought in to assess Dolton's financial health, and what she found was jaw-dropping. Lightfoot's investigation revealed a staggering $400,000 worth of purchases made by Henyard, all on Amazon and all in a single day. How is it even possible for a local government official to spend that much money on an online retailer? The purchases remain largely unexplained, and neither Henyard nor her team have provided any reasonable justification for what was bought. The staggering sum has added a new layer of outrage, leaving many wondering how the village's general fund has fallen into a deficit of $3.65 million, all under Henyard's watch. This Amazon splurge has only raised more suspicions about how Henyard has been handling taxpayer money. Is it possible that personal and public spending have become hopelessly intertwined? One of the most troubling allegations surrounding Henyard is how she's handled Dolton's police budget. Public safety is a critical issue, but it appears Henyard had a different agenda when she directed funds toward the police department. Reports suggest that the increased budget wasn't used to improve safety for the village, but rather to create a security detail for Henyard herself. Several local officers have reportedly been assigned to protect Henyard personally, rather than serving the needs of Dolton's residents. In a time when public safety is already a pressing concern for many communities, this alleged misuse of police resources has sparked outrage. Henyard's actions are being seen as a misuse of her office to cater to her own security needs, while neglecting the broader community's safety. As details continue to emerge, more people are calling for Henyard to be held accountable for her actions. Misusing public safety funds in this way not only raises ethical concerns, but also undermines trust in her leadership. In the world of politics, loyalty can vanish in an instant. Once trusted by those around her, Henyard is now seeing her allies turn their backs. Perhaps the most striking defection is that of trustee Carmen Carlisle. Once one of Henyard's staunchest supporters, Carlisle has publicly accused her of mismanagement and manipulation. She claims that Henyard has been using employees and vendors as pawns to maintain control over village operations. For years, Carlisle remained quiet, believing that Henyard had the town's best interests at heart. But as the corruption allegations piled up, Carlisle decided it was time to speak out. Her testimony has added significant weight to the case against Henyard, as she revealed insider knowledge about how the mayor operated behind closed doors. But Carlisle isn't the only one turning against Henyard. Keith Freeman, once a close confidant and right-hand man, is now reportedly cooperating with investigators. If Freeman provides crucial information about Henyard's activities, it could mark the end of her political career. Just when it seemed like things couldn't get worse for Henyard, the FBI entered the picture. Federal agents have launched their own investigation into the mayor's financial dealings. with a specific focus on whether her conduct constitutes corruption at the federal level. While the exact nature of the investigation remains under wraps, sources suggest that the FBI is examining Henyard's use of public funds and possible connections to outside actors. With federal investigators now looking into her actions, Henyard is facing pressure on multiple fronts. The entry of the FBI into this scandal signals that Henyard's problems have escalated beyond local politics. It's one thing to face local prosecutors and critics, but once federal agents start digging, the stakes become much higher. The FBI's involvement could mean that Henyard's troubles are far from over, and the outcome of this investigation could have severe consequences. The walls are closing in on Tiffany Henyard, and with the mounting legal, financial, and political pressures, her days in power could be numbered. What started as a promising career for a local politician has turned into a nightmare of corruption allegations, financial misconduct, and outright defiance of the law. As Dolton braces for the next chapter, the question remains, can Henyard find a way out, or is this the beginning of the end for the super mayor? With allies abandoning her, a federal investigation in full swing, and her own legal battles piling up, the future doesn't look bright for her. What's clear is that the people of Dolton are paying close attention. With so much at stake, Henyard's every move will be under scrutiny, and her ability to maintain her hold on power is shrinking by the day. So, where do you stand? Do you think Tiffany Henyard has any chance of bouncing back, or is her political career doomed? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay updated on this unfolding saga and more from Red Rumbles. We'll be following this story until its final conclusion. Stay tuned.